the first song you remember that made people angry? I don't mean just annoyed. I mean the kind of angry that got records pulled off shelves, radio stations flooded with complaints. Now think back. The 1970s weren't just about disco balls, bell-bottoms, and arena rock. They were about rebellion. The songs that pushed boundaries made people uncomfortable and sometimes got banned. And here's the funny part. Half the time, the controversy only made the songs more popular. So buckle in, because today we're counting down the top 10 most controversial songs of the 1970s you forgot about. These tracks weren't just music, they were battles in the culture wars of the decade. Let's rewind. Number 10, Angie Baby, Helen Reddy, 1974.
Angie Baby, you're a special lady.
Let's start with something you might not expect, Helen Reddy. Sweet, wholesome Helen Reddy, right? Wrong. Angie Baby was one of the strangest and most unsettling hit songs of the decade. The story goes like this. Angie is a lonely, possibly mentally unstable girl who sits in her room listening to the radio all day.
And the music's so loud it spins him around till his soul is lost.
A neighborhood boy sneaks in to take advantage of her, only to mysteriously vanish inside her radio. Creepy? You bet. Some people thought it was about mental illness. Others thought it was a metaphor for sexual abuse.
The boy disappeared and everyone thinks he died. Steps a crazy.
The song climbed all the way to number 1 in 1974, but not without controversy. Did you ever wonder how a song this dark made it on the same playlist as Elton John and Olivia Newton-John? Number 9, Cop Killer, Eric Clapton, 1974. Before Ice-T's Cop Killer in the 90s, there was Eric Clapton's reggae-infused I Shot the Sheriff. Written by Bob Marley, the lyrics were already charged. A man admits to shooting the sheriff, though he insists he didn't kill the deputy. Now, in the middle of Watergate, distrust in authority was sky high. To some, this song sounded like an anti-police anthem. Radio stations debated whether it was glorifying violence.
Black gloves on. I got my ski mask on. This shit's been too long.
Ironically, Clapton later admitted he didn't even fully understand Marley's deeper political message. It was simply catchy. But that didn't stop the controversy from boiling over. When you first heard it, did you think it was dangerous or just a funky new sound on the radio? Number 8. Big Balls, a CDC, 1976.
Big balls. He's got big balls, and she's got.
Now let's shift gears to pure rock and roll mischief. AC/DC were already known for being rowdy, but Big Balls? That one took the cake. On the surface, it was about elegant high society dances, but the double entendres were so blatant, nobody was fooled.
Sexy dress, but with a helpful pleasure to the balls that I.
Parents called it vulgar. Critics rolled their eyes. Teenagers, they loved it. The song never charted big in the US, but it became a cult hit. And really, what's more rock and roll than making adults furious while making kids laugh? Did you ever try blasting this one when your parents weren't around? Number 7, Money for Nothing, Randy Newman, 1977.
It's money that matters.
This is a classic case of people not getting the joke. Randy Newman's Short People was satire. He was poking fun at prejudice by exaggerating it. Short people got no reason to live. But satire doesn't always land. Many listeners took it literally and thought Newman was spreading hate. He even received death threats. Imagine, death threats over a song mocking bigotry. Here's the kicker, it still hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. Proof that controversy can sell records.
The great big blonde white inside. Great big.
Did you laugh the first time you heard it? Or were you scratching your head, wondering if he was serious? Number 6. The Pill, Loretta Lynn, 1975.
Don't you worry now, 'cause mama has got the pill.
Country music wasn't exactly known for breaking taboos. Then along came Loretta Lynn with The Pill, a bold celebration of birth control and women's freedom in relationships. This was 1975, remember?
The pickup, the rain is a falling, the faucet is a dripping, and the kids are.
Rural radio stations flat out banned it. Ministers denounced it, but women across America secretly cheered. For many, this was the first time they heard someone in popular music speak openly about contraception. It was revolutionary, it was scandalous.
They all march for women's lift. Better home.
And it made Loretta Lynn a hero for women's rights, even as the backlash grew. Did this one shock you when you first heard it on the jukebox? Number 5, In the Flesh. Pink Floyd, 1979.
Sunshine, pink as a bell, listed back in the hotel.
By the late 70s, Pink Floyd were already rock gods, but In the Flesh, Off the Wall stirred major controversy. The lyrics take on the voice of a fascist dictator, mocking authoritarianism. The problem? Not everyone understood the satire.
Feel that warm through love confusion, that space cut that glow.
Some thought Pink Floyd were promoting racism and violence. Theatrical, political, and deeply unsettling, it split listeners right down the middle. Question: when you first spun The Wall, did you hear it as genius commentary, or did it just feel a little too real? Number 4, Only Women Bleed. Alice Cooper, 1975.
Only women bleed. Only women bleed.
Alice Cooper, the so-called godfather of shock rock, shocked everyone by releasing a ballad. But Only Women Bleed wasn't just soft rock, it was about domestic abuse. Some praised it for tackling a taboo subject. Others thought the title alone was crass and offensive. Radio stations debated whether to play it at all. The controversy, however, didn't stop it from becoming a hit. And in hindsight, Cooper was ahead of his time.
All you're really looking for is an even break.
Talking about women's issues in a way most male rockers wouldn't dare. Do you remember being surprised Alice Cooper could actually sing something tender and serious? Number 3, Imagine. John Lennon, 1971.
Imagine all the people.
Yes, one of the most beloved songs of all time was also one of the most controversial. Imagine asked listeners to picture a world with no religion, no countries, no possessions. For peace activists, it was beautiful. For conservatives, it was blasphemous and un-American.
Life in peace.
Even today, the song sparks debate. But back in 1971, it was practically a manifesto. Were you inspired or offended the first time you heard Lennon's Dream? Number 2, Love to Love You Baby. Donna Summer, 1975. Disco wasn't just about dancing, it was about sex. And no song proved that more than Donna Summer's Love to Love You Baby. The original recording was moody enough, but Giorgio Moroder extended it into a 17-minute version full of moans, sighs, and groans. Some radio stations refused to play it, calling it pornographic. Others embraced it as groundbreaking. It became a disco anthem and made Donna Summer a star. Did you ever hear the uncut version in a nightclub? Talk about pushing boundaries. Number 1, God Save the Queen. Sex Pistols, 1977.
God save the Queen, the fascist regime.
Topping our list is punk rock at its loudest, rudest, and most controversial. The Sex Pistols released God Save the Queen during Queen Elizabeth II's Silver Jubilee in 1977. The lyrics? God save the Queen, how she ain't no human being.
God save the Queen, we mean it, man.
It was banned on the BBC. Major retailers refused to stock it. Politicians called it treasonous, and yet it shot to the top of the UK charts, with some claiming it should have been number 1 but was blocked by the industry out of fear. Even in America, it became a symbol of punk rebellion. And let's be honest, whether you loved it or hated it, you couldn't ignore it. And there you have it. The top 10 most controversial songs of the 1970s you forgot about. From Loretta Lynn breaking country music taboos to Alice Cooper singing about abuse. From John Lennon imagining a world without borders to the Sex Pistols spitting in the face of the monarchy. The 70s gave us songs that didn't just play in the background. They made people argue, protest, cheer, and sometimes even ban them outright. That's what makes this decade so unforgettable. The music wasn't safe, it was raw, bold, and ready to spark a fight. So now I've got to ask you, which of these songs caused the biggest stir in your town back in the day? And did the controversy make you love the song more? Or did it turn you away? If you enjoyed this trip back in time, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who still remembers those vinyl battles. Because in the end, these weren't just songs, they were history.